righty. Good morning. Good morning. Mic check 1, 2. Certainly hope you all are having a good Sunday. And this is a long weekend for a lot of people. We're off on Memorial Day, which is tomorrow. So I'm off tomorrow. So I'm going to enjoy the day off. Probably do some gaming. Going to grill out later today. Got that phone call. That's why I let the music play a little bit longer. Didn't think we were going to do it because we were out last night howling at the moon, so to speak. And, didn't get home till late. Woke up because my neighbor's dog is getting on my nerves. I'm going to have to go up there and have a conversation with them. So I'm going to have to wait and see how that works. So, who knows? You may see me on the news, getting the cuffs put on me. They're not going to keep that damn dog quiet. Woke me up at 3:45 in the morning. So yeah, I'm here. I'm on fumes, but I am here. So good morning to everybody. Certainly hope you are having a good one. If you want to celebrate the Memorial Day, shout out to everybody, all the veterans. And the reason why we're getting this Labor Day is, Memorial Day is for them. So all the veterans around the world appreciate the service, and that allows us to sit here and talk to you guys. So that's how we do it here in the United States. So shout out to all. But as you can see from the headline there, the PlayStation ponies have wished, want me to go to the upper chamber. I'm trying to keep it YouTube friendly here. They said instead of the late great Optimus Code going to see the Heavenly Father, they want me. It should have been me. Because I put out that there ain't going to be no showcase and that these people are entitled. So, Sony doesn't have to do a showcase because they've made this year they made $30 billion without a showcase. So why do a showcase when you're making that kind of money and use those kind of resources and assets? Also, the showcase, the showcases are immediately get attacked for the game not looking like XYZ. This had MBG talking about a game. Maybe it was Mind's Eye, and he was saying how it looked rough. People played the alpha of it. It's like, dude, I think it was Mind's Eye. And I put something in his thread. I said, it's an alpha. It's not supposed to run great. It's going to be choppy. They're just trying to give you an overall sense on what they're going to try to have in the game. But they have wished the ending of your Messiah. The beloved Messiah is now being, and me and J-Dub were playing Helldivers yesterday. Shout out to J-Dub. Go check out that stream. We streamed for about 45 minutes to an hour. I think he got something happened on his end. Not sure what it was, but ended up stopping playing. But we did a Super Earth mission, and that's the mission that we failed. We were playing with 2 new people, and of course with Helldivers 2, and I don't know how to set my settings up, but if I were to start a game and then 3 other people joined me, I can't, if they're not on PlayStation Network, I can't hear them. But these 2 people did join, 1 male, 1 female, and they were level like 5 and 4. And we were in the middle of the jungle, like the woods. And they were somebody called in an airstrike. I'm like, you can't do that. It's like, why are they calling in airstrikes? We're all in this. And again, it's not, Helldivers, they don't do these little precision strikes. These are massive hits, that are coming in. So, but anyway, it was fun to play. The Super Earth mission was challenging. I think J-Dub chose like a defense mission. I think that's what it was. It was tough. And he also chose a planet that was just flat out hostile. I mean, you would be walking around and stuff would blow up and you would lose your energy and all that stuff. So, but shout out to J-Dub. We hopefully can get back on it today because it's just fun to play. We got to launch a nuke and everything yesterday. Shout out to Sony for Helldivers 2. See, once again, showing you that they are delivering on their promise. But first, I have to say a prayer, since all these people have wished harm upon me. And it goes like this. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. So I'm good. I got God on my side, you know. And so yeah. But what do you all think? The ponies are that upset? Like I said before, that there were going to be things that were going to separate the gamers from the ponies, and now we're starting to see it. You know, I've been telling you all this for over 2 years now. And again, shout out to the original people that were with me, the first, 100, my first 100, 150, whatever you want to call it. Let's go up to 500. But the most loyal people, the first 500, right? They've been here the whole time, and they've been listening. And they're emailing me like, yeah, they're starting to see some people melting down, especially over this whole woke stuff. Ghost of Yote coming out in a few more months is woke. It is. Grand Theft Auto coming next year is woke. Okay, it is. Okay, it is. It's going to be super woke. Like, you're going to be like, man, you're going to be playing that game. You're like, my God, this is woke. You know what I'm saying? You got people upset over, also some more gaming stuff. Star Wars Battlefront 2, because the TV show Andor was so successful, and remember they told you Star Wars was dead. Andor was so successful, people are now playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 just to stay in that world. And I do believe that Disney has greenlit a Jen Erso song, a Jen Erso TV show. So, yes, I agree, Chris. Those who are wishing harm on me will not prosper. Jesus, I agree. I just wanted to let you all know. Remember, I told you all. Shout out to you, Chris. Thanks for the words there. Remember, I told you guys, and I just want to remind you, there were going to be things happening. They were going to separate the gamers from the Goonies, and the gamers are getting what we want. That's why I put I put this poll up. Pause. Should I buy Doom Dark Ages, Indiana Jones, or Forza Horizon? And I'm just, whichever game you all put out there, I'll buy that game and I'll start streaming it today. I hope you choose Forza, because I'd rather play that than any other one. But whatever game you all choose, because you all are the audience, I will go ahead and try to get my hands on that game today and go to see how it goes. See how, if we enjoy playing it. I want to buy Forza. So, but we'll see what you all choose. Wink, wink, nod, nod. So, yeah, Chris, I agree. You don't take them seriously. I don't disagree with you. So, Destiny, we invited you to play Helldivers with us yesterday. This so you know. All right, this so you know. There we go. Have Chris be added to be a moderator. So, So yeah, it is. But he says good morning. Shout out to you, Destiny. That was us inviting. Me and J-Dub were inviting you. So said Doom is pretty good. Played it a bit on Game Pass. Yeah, see, I can play Doom on Game Pass. I guess the right question is, what game should I buy for the PlayStation? So, because I can play Doom. I think it's loaded. Here, let me check. Yeah, I've got Doom loaded. I'm finishing up Black Ops 6. But also, The Last of Us. Okay, so you got a group. So understand. See, I understand this now. I mean, this is me learning along with you all. There's a group of people that are mad as hell that Neil Druckmann, I hope I'm saying his last name correctly, that he's not making The Last of Us Part 3. And that he's making this game called Intergalactic. So he has decided to move off of The Last of Us, which, again, people got to understand, that game they started that game in 2011. I mean, it's just like they're not allowing people to move on. And they don't want him making Intergalactic, so they're mad. I mean, they are mad. They're like, there should be a Last of Us Part 3. And I've said to you guys, what could it be about? You know, could you open up the world and introduce new characters? Yeah, I guess. You know, that's the only place they can take it. You know, Tommy's injured now. He can't go out into the world. the game came full circle, you know. So it's just, but they are really mad. They're also mad at prices going up. They're mad at that. They're mad at they're mad at the prices going up. They're mad at Naughty Dog for making something new. Again, same people screaming, "Where's the new IP?" The new IP is coming, and all of a sudden it's not the IP we want it to be. Therefore, I'm gonna bitch and moan about it. Like I'm talking about the ponies now, not the gamers, because the gamers, what it's gonna, I mean, it's like these Xbox guys online trying to say that Sony is PlayStation's Sony. I'm sorry, Xbox games are dominating on PlayStation. Yeah, that's because we actually buy games. I'm not. It's like somebody inviting me to the Playboy Mansion to watch football. Of course I'm gonna go. I like football and I like girls. So who's not gonna want to go to that? But ultimately, where we're at with this is that people aren't getting what they want. This is the sense of entitlement that they're separating from. So the people that are like, we saw this coming. I'm like, yeah, I saw this coming. I'm just going to play the games I want to play like a normal human being. If I go to the store, if I see something I'm interested in, I'll go to the store and I'll buy it and I'll leave it there. You know what I'm saying? I'll just leave it there and be done with it, right? You know what I'm saying? So I am going to set a goal of a dono war. And let's see here. So the dono war is $2, and what we'll do is if somebody donates $2, I will buy one of these 3 games, and then I'll try to stream them later on today. And so damn, Nick has been smoking brisket since 5:30 this morning. Woo, woo. Well, I've got some pinwheels. So if you don't know what a pinwheel is, sirloin steak and bacon, peppered bacon wrapped around it. So that's what I'm going to be cooking, and some chicken. I got the leg quarters already. I got them rolling. I got those bad boys ready to roll. So I am going to be eating high on the hog here today. So I'm eating high on the hog. So when you have this whole thing is about entitlement. They're mad at Sony because Sony won't do a showcase. And I'm like, yeah, they don't have to do a showcase because they've made $30 billion. So why do a showcase when they have told you exactly what's coming down the pipeline? It's to a point where 4 months ago, MBG was complaining about the lack of games, and then only him and Marlin Gaming Nation and other people are literally backtracking, saying, now there's everybody's eating. You hear the term, we eating good. That means that you have a whole lot to pick from. For me, college football comes out in a few more weeks. It comes out in July, I believe. So I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fine. Death Stranding comes out. Shout out to the people leaving the messages. I see them. I saw a couple people bought PS5 Pros. They're excited about Death Stranding 2. I'm like, well, make sure you play Death Stranding 1, so... But what else is there? Okay, so because I stand on the side of the gamers, and we're just like, well, we're just gaming. We don't need that. The showcases, like Sean Layden has said, things have to, like your teams have to build specific things for the showcase, and that could slow down the production of what they're making because they have to do something. Cut out a vertical slice and then show it at the showcase. So what these guys want is something to console war on. And to Sony's credit, they are done with the console warring thing. They're like, look, we are the dominant console. The T-Rex, the Tyrannosaurus Rex of gaming. Xbox is doing another console, whether it's going to be a modular PC or a full-fledged console. I haven't got that type of information yet. PS6 is in early pre-production. If you're going to buy one, it's going to be based on UDNA. It's going to have path ray tracing on it. If you're interested in that, it's going to have a new version of PSSR, possibly 3.0 or 4.0 by the time they reach it. It's going to have full backwards compatibility if you're interested. I mean, again, if you're interested in this, I'm just letting you know, because remember I told you, hey, if I get information on this stuff, I will tell it to you. I'm not going to buy a PS6. You know, there is no FOMO. I got everything I got right here with this PS5 Pro. It does the ray tracing. It does 60 frames per second. It does 4K. It does the upscaling. I'm good. That's what I was wanting. And, you know, that's why I said these PC guys are a joke, because they're bragging about upscaling technology, whether it's the stuff Intel uses or the stuff that, what's it called? XES or something, whatever they use on Intel. Then you have the AMD with FSR, and then you have Sony with PSSR, and NVIDIA has DLSS. Every one of these people is using some type of dynamic upscaler so that they can maintain a higher frame rate. So the technology to upscale allows them to offset the native resolution. They'll be playing natively at 1080p, but the upscale will take it to 1440p or 1800p or 2160p. The PC community is down so bad over the Pro. They're down so bad that the only thing they have left to talk about is Grand Theft Auto 6 being 60 frames per second. So you see what I'm saying? And that's where this is. That's where it's been pushed. So why is the PS5 Pro, like J-Dub has said, why is the PS5 Pro constantly being compared to a high-end PC? It is a console. I mean, it's a console. Nobody compared the original Nintendo system, the original Nintendo, to a PC at that time. All right? Nobody did that. Yeah, you got people arguing about the PS6 when it's going to come out. Well, it's too early. It's going to come out when they're already in early pre-production, meaning that they know what it's going to target. They know the build they're going to use. They know the parts, the components that are going in. And again, let me make this clear. Very powerful. It's going to be very powerful, and it's going to be able to do path ray tracing. And you may see some path ray tracing on your Pro later on. Okay, like later on, you could see some path ray tracing on the Wolverine game. So Nick says we got PS4 whooping the Switch. Well, again, that's what I'm saying. It's not even an issue. There's nothing wrong with the Switch 2. It's just like people want to. Oh yeah, the price of the Switch 2 is a problem for some people. Again, there are people who are getting priced out. I just don't listen to them anymore. As soon as I hear somebody bitching about the money, I don't listen to them. You either get the money together or you don't buy it. I'm looking at a new monitor. So anybody who sees a monitor out there, send it to me. You know, I'm willing to pay about $6.99. That's as high as I'm gonna go, because at $7.99 I can buy a TV for that. And I'm looking at an OLED monitor, 1440p, HDMI 2.1. If I can't find it under $700, guess what? I'm not buying it. That's my budget. That's it. That's all I'm going to. That's it. You did? So you got these people out here who are getting priced out, and they're getting their bun squares, so because they're juicy, they're getting squares, and they're getting upset, saying that like one guy said he bought a Switch 2 and he got attacked, and people were saying, well, he's the problem. How is he the problem? He just bought something. How is that a problem? If somebody goes out and pays for an 8K TV, are they a problem? You see what I'm saying? So you got a bunch of people out here. It's unfortunate, man. You got lords, you got commoners, and you got peasants. And it just, unfortunately, we got a lot of peasants. And they can't afford things. They feel like they are missing out. I don't understand that because to me, everybody can budget and get what they want. But a lot of people don't want to do that. They don't want to have to budget. They just think, well, I can't believe Sony is raising the prices. Well, let me do the rundown of here's a leak from something, and you all know I normally don't do leaks, but this is something from some dude that calls himself something called a Bill Coon. That's not. I'm not making fun. That's not me slandering him. That's what the guy's name is online. It is something called a Bill Coon. So apparently he got a quote unquote leak of State of Play. Okay? He got a quote unquote leak of State of Play. And apparently it is going to happen. So for all you people who are looking for other things, let me see here. I love this little Asian girl on the Credit Strike commercial, Credit Karma commercial. So apparently the days of play, this is supposed to start on Wednesday, Hump Day, pause. The PS5 Pro, $50 off. So it's coming down $50. So why don't your broke ass go buy it at $50? Go buy it. It's $50. I'm sorry. It's $50 off. So instead of you paying, I know in my state of Kentucky, my PS5 Pro was $732.82. So now, if you live in Kentucky, you can get a PS5 Pro after taxes, $680. Go buy it. Go buy it. It's on sale. $50 off. Days of play. The base PS5 model, the base like most of us have, is $100 off. So what is it now? Is that $399? How much is a base PS5 right now? PS5 price. $449. So you can get one for $350, and that's the Astrobot one. So you can get it for $350. All right, starting on Wednesday, you get it for $350. Starting on the disc version is at Walmart. That's gonna come down to $399. So all you all bitching over the disc drive because you were too broke to buy it, and you all, shout out to you guys who came by when I got my Pro and I had my disc drive, and you saw the struggle. The struggle was real. I wasn't putting on a show. I'm thinking I don't want to break this thing. And you all, and people are giving me hints. Oh no, try to use this, wedge this, and so finally got it going. He got it off. It was a lot easier to put back on than it was to take off. But for all you clowns that were complaining, all you clowns that are complaining about, they sold this. So you can get it now for $399 starting Wednesday, according to something that calls itself a Bill Coon. So go get it. Go get it. PS5 Plus is up to 30% off for a year. So what happens is you pay for the year and boom, you get 30% off. DualSense discounts. Now I may look at I keep being told by people in the gaming community that the DualSense Edge for the PS5 is the best game controller in like the history of gaming. Now I already have a controller in my PS5 Pro that I haven't opened. I got the one that came with the PS5 Pro. I've got the Astrobot one, the Spider-Man one. I've got that, and I've got the
multi-plats on Switch 2 looking spooky. Nintendo first, third exclusives only from here on out. Till games run better or a Pro model.
Shout out to Brios. We've hit the goal of that super. We hit the super chat goal. So shout out to you all. Appreciate it. The $5 holler. Just pretty much saying multi-plats on Switch 2 look spooky. Okay. Why are you buying a Nintendo product for multi-plats? Again, I'm just asking. It's a great statement because it just takes you back to exactly what I have been saying before, and shout out to Moore's Law is dead. The Nintendo Switch 2 is for the people who want to play the Nintendo games at a higher frame rate with better graphics. That's who it's for. So the mere fact, they don't. The Nintendo fans are ridiculously loyal. They're worse than Apple fans. So the Nintendo fans are happy about what? That they don't have to go out and buy another console to play Cyberpunk. That's what they're happy about. Now, you can make the argument that they shouldn't be bragging about it. But they can brag about it if they want to because it's their money. You see what I'm saying? It's their money. If that's where they want to spend it at, that's fine. Why did I buy the PS5 Pro? See, I can't speak for nobody else except me. It's because I wanted to play the PS5 games. Instead of playing at 1440p, mid to low settings, I wanted to play at 1440p, upscale to 4K at 60 frames per second in ultra graphics. That's what I got. That's what I am getting. Every time I play a PS5 Pro enhanced game, I'm getting a higher resolution. I'm getting possibly better sound. I'm getting the best graphics. And I'm playing the games that I really want to play. So again, I don't care about nothing else. And you can say, well, Craig, that's selfish. What about everybody else? I tried to tell you all. Love you all. You all know that. I love you all. But I don't give a rat's ass what you all can't afford. Like, I don't care because there's nothing I can do. And so you can say, well, Craig, that sounds mean. It's reality. It is reality. You all generationally, each generation has been coddled a little bit more than other generations. Like I said, you know how I learned how to swim? My dad threw me in the deep end of the pool and said, swim or you are going to possibly drown. So, and you all, I live over here by this school that teaches kids how to swim. It's kind of like, man, these kids are just soft. They're soft. And so nobody cares what you can and cannot afford. So when I see something new come out, it's just like, okay, I remember the Walkman, and then we got CDs. And people were saying, well, who's this for? Okay, if you wanted to listen to the albums, being able to travel around at the best way you could sound-wise, you got a CD player. That's all there was to it. And yes, it was a pain in the ass to have to carry around a knapsack. And you would have 6 CDs in there in the cases if you knew what you were doing. And you had to walk around and switch it out and change. There was no digital media at the time. That didn't exist. We didn't start getting digital media until the mid-90s when you probably heard of Sirius Satellite. That's the first one I can remember. And people were like, no, you pay a subscription service to listen to music. I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. Then I went to a party and this dude just had on, was playing hip hop. And because he had that subscription service, the songs just kept rolling. And rolling. And it didn't stop, And so it's just like, he played it. We started that party, I remember, 11:30. That party didn't end until 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, by God. It was fun times. But ultimately, this is why I said to you all before, if you can't afford it at full price, wait on a sale. So, all you all who don't want to pay full price for your Pro, you can now get it $50 off, according to something called a Bill Coon. So, again, you all do what you want. I'm not here to say to go buy a Pro. You don't have to. The PS5 Pros are the people who want to play, and I'm quoting Moore's Law is dead. Quote, best graphics, best sound, best frame rate for PS5 games. End quote. So that answers your multiplat on Switch 2 looking spooky. I would not buy the Switch 2 for multiplat games. That's how you combat it. Hey, look, what are you, why are you buying the Switch 2? It should be for a Mario game, a Zelda game, a Star Fox game possibly, or a Donkey Kong game. That's why you are buying the Switch 2. And the second reason is because that's what you want to effing buy. And that's who it's for. It's for the people who want to play Nintendo's games at a better base rate. That's it. That's all it is. That's all it is. So, But when I'm seeing people getting excited about buying things, supporting the industry, only to be attacked by people saying, well, it's like, okay, they want the industry to stay static. So what I mean static means they don't want the prices to go up or down. They just want they want it to freeze so that they can, because it's affordable for them right now. Okay, well then buy right now. And you got people who say, well, I'll buy later because prices will come down. Not anymore. So if that's the way you do business, if that's the way you shop, that's not going to help you at this point. So you're going to have to go get it now. Or as I like to say, here's why I said to you all over a year ago, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to cost $100. You need to start getting it ready. And then I was listening to Crossfire. Shout out to Mooch and Crossfire and the people that were on there. Shout out to Mooch, for hosting the show. They were talking about Grand Theft Auto being $100. Like, okay, now I guess it's okay for everybody to understand that. But see, when I say it, it's you're full of crap. You're just trolling. You're trying to start stuff. No, this is where your industry is. It's like, why are the games going up? Because the market will tolerate the higher price. That's why. Sony knew their PS5 Pro, they knew their PS5 Pro would tolerate $700. They knew it and they sold it. And guess what? It's selling. It is selling. So they understand the market. It's called the market value. It's just, to me, it's just common sense stuff. It is what it is. So Chris is saying stagnation. Well, they want the prices to remain, They want it to remain the same. Like nothing, everything else is going up, but this has to stay the same price so that I can afford it instead of anticipating the increases. You should just assume things are going to go up. Just assume it. Now, if you're an old man and you can get AARP, or an old woman, and that's American Associations of Retired People, they get all kind of discounts, whether it's at the grocery store, whether it's at the movie theater, whether it's, renting hotels, renting cars. They get, $10 off here, $20 off there, things like that. That's what they get. So you just have to forward think. Yeah, you just have forward thinking. Who, me? Well, to me, it's common sense, but that's cool. Metroid Prime 4 beyond Nintendo Switch 2. Again, yeah, if you like Metroid, you have to have a Switch if you want to play Metroid. Now, there's other games going to be on the Switch. The Final Fantasy games are all going to be on the Nintendo Switch. Guess what? The very first Final Fantasy game I played was on a Nintendo system. It was not on a Sega Genesis or a PlayStation. But I only played Final Fantasy, I think 2 and 4. And I did not play another Final Fantasy game until Final Fantasy 8. So, which everybody said is a letdown because Final Fantasy 7 was so good. Like, Final Fantasy 7 had grown men crying because of whatever happened to Cloud. I don't know what happened to Cloud. I just know that he's got a giant sword that's bigger than him. And I think that's stupid, but that's the way they do it, right? So, what's the leak in PlayStation? Allegedly, there's something online called a Bill Coon, and he leaked the State of Play. So once again, State of Play, the leak that came out, and again, I can't even say that term. Take it with a grain of salt. I wouldn't believe it until Sony says it. But it's Sunday, it's a holiday weekend. I'm getting the grill. We're grilling out today, so I'm feeling frisky. So apparently, the PS5 Pro is going to be $50 off. The base PS5 model is $100 off. Plus, it's 30% off. They're going to have DualSense discounts. And PSVR 2 is 50% off. So, whatever PSVR 2 costs right now, let's see here. PSVR 2 price. $399. So, according to the leak, it's going to be $199 on Wednesday. I would recommend, if you want to play VR, I'd recommend you get that at $200. So I'm just saying, it's up to you. But all these people complaining about prices, well, here's a perfect chance. the prices are coming down this week, allegedly. So, but just wait for them to come down. So, it is crazy that the people who are, and that's what they want. They want static prices. So, and people got to understand, Sony can't keep no say. Well, look, Jimmy, it's not true until they say it's true. All right. So just remember it like that. So Nick says with days of play coming up and discounts on PS5 consoles, you don't want to hear nobody, crying next year about that. Exactly. I don't want to hear it because now the prices are coming down and you need to go ahead and buy it. Buy it at the low. I understand, okay? The PSVR 2 is expensive. I mean, I was like, golly, when I went up there and got it, like, oh, I remember this, like, oh. But it's nice. And I got the one with the Aloy adventure, or the Horizon, whatever it was called, and I couldn't believe what I was looking at. Like, I was like, holy cow, this looks fantastic. But that's a demo. I understand that it's more of a tech demo, but there's other people that are playing the games. And I hope we get there's a VR 2. It's called the Flight Simulator VR, something like that. I may buy that. It's only like $10 just to fly around with the VR. So, No Mercy says it got a good backlog. Okay, yeah. I mean, so do I, but I say most of us do. But yeah, that's cool. So, Chris Cobra says he remembers seeing a comment about GTA 6. They said, is it coming to Game Pass? Something definitely is wrong with people today. Well, I mean, it's not going to Game Pass, but shout out to the people who asked. I mean, you don't know unless you ask, right? Jenna Hayes said she wants to see me rage by Doom Dark Ages. Okay. Well, like I said before, I may override the jury because I want Forza. So, when Forza got announced, like, oh, I'm buying that. I just haven't done it yet. So, do I have a Portal? I do not have a Portal because I've never been into the handhelds. But shout out everybody. There's people who swear by that. I'm not knocking it. That's the whole thing with me is that if you like it and you bought it, I'm happy for you. That's where I leave it. So no, I do not have a Portal. And it apparently that's only $199, right? It's only $199. I didn't see it coming down there. And to me, if I bought that, I would not use it because I don't travel. Shout out to everybody. Like Porter Rock, he uses his a lot. He travels a lot. He said he didn't realize how much he would use it. I know J-Dub uses his a lot. I mean, one time me and J-Dub played Helldivers too. He was on his Portal. So, and we experienced no drops, no nothing. I mean, I didn't see any drops, put it like that. So, get what you want. Yeah. Oh, get what I want game-wise. Well, I still want some comments, though. I mean, none of you all like Indiana Jones, I guess. But that's supposed to have a physical release. So when it gets a physical release, I may go ahead and partake in it. I may partake in the game. So, Superman July, Fantastic Four July. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go see Fantastic Four. I may wait on Superman. I may wait. I don't know about Superman. I'm starting to get some vibes, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna going to go see Fantastic Four. I'm gonna go buy my tickets next week. So, mouse controls with Metroid 4 is pretty good. Okay, didn't know that. That's news to me. So, is Nintendo going to specifically put their name on a certain mouse, like how Sony put their name on certain headsets? They're like, yeah, these are good headsets to use with our PlayStation. So. Let's see here. Chris Cobra had the Portal in his hands, but he'd rather buy a game for his wife's Switch. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, gotta keep the missus happy. Johnny Gamer says Bill Kuhn is pretty reliable. He always got PS Plus monthly game. All right, well, yeah. According to him, that's the leak for state of game. What is it? State of play or games of play. So yeah. So that's what I mean. Again, to me, all the people. That's why I said I will look out for the dual sense. Like if I can trade in one. I mean, I've got how many controls I have. Well, I'm not gonna get rid of the Spider-Man one. I don't want to get rid of the Astrobot one. Maybe that black one, the Midnight Black, and the white one. If I can get the dual, if they bring that down, which we'll have to wait and see. If they bring that down to like the 149 line, I may go ahead and buy it. Maybe. So, yeah. Chris Cobra says he played maybe 2-ish hours of Indiana Jones. It's all right. Yeah, I mean that's what I've heard. It's okay. It's not bad, but it's not like groundbreaking. So yeah, that's fine. That is perfectly fine. So maybe deep dive of Yote. Again, we know a whole lot about that game. We know her family gets something happens to her family. She survives. She goes ahead and starts, I guess, looking for him like John Wick style and starts picking them off. I mean, I don't, so it sounds like it's a revenge tale. That's what it sounds like. And it sounds like she's going to have allies as well. That's one of my favorite, because I was not going to buy Ghost of Tsushima. I'm like, man, I don't know about that game. Like, how is that even going to work? And when I saw the deep dive, it sold me. When they said he could sneak around like a ninja, I'm like, all right, I'm really, the chub. I got a little chub on that. But then when it said he has to go out and recruit allies, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this is gonna be really narrative driven. That's the type of game I want. I'm buying this. I literally was like at the end of that state of play, that deep dive. I'm like, all right, I'm buying it. And so the state of play, that's what cracked me up. I know as a consumer, the state of play for Ghost of Tsushima sold me on buying the game. It sold me on buying the game. So, the Isley Brothers, that lady are between. Oh, it's between the sheets. It's not even close. That's not even close. But I love the Isley Brothers though. But yeah, between the sheets ain't no stopping it. That is on my album. I got Sexual Healing on there. I got Teddy Pendergrass on there. That Teddy Pendergrass be singing with his shoulder. And then, yeah, In Between the Sheets is on there, too. I mean, if this girl comes over here today, I may be playing that here a few more hours. I don't know. Use Game Pass as your demo. That's one reason to use it. Yeah. Yeah, I've Game Pass. I'm playing Black Ops 6 right now. So, playing Black Ops 6 right now. So, which is fun to play, but I don't like those missions that it's all supernatural. Like, to me, it can go without that, but that, I guess, is what's one of the main separators from the other Call of Duty games. So, like, but for me personally, I don't like that aspect of it. I had to beat something the other day. It was like these monsters were attacking you, and it's like, this is stupid. Like, literally, I'm saying out loud, this is stupid. So, No Mercy says he's playing Stardew Valley already at 400 hours. My goodness. Well, appreciate you listening, my friend. Appreciate you listening. So he said Janky Jones. Again, when I played it up to a point where he was trying to break into a castle, or it was something like that. I'm like, all right, I'm good. I can kind of see where this is going. I'm like, all right, when this game comes to PlayStation, when it goes on sale, it'll be like I told you all. I got so many games I want to get. I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and get them. I'm going to get 2 games. I'm going to get 3 of the games I want on Black Friday, God willing. So, yeah. So be on the lookout for me for a monitor, because I'm wanting a monitor. Like I said, my budget $700, 1440p OLED, and there's nothing. And I was hoping Amazon or Best Buy would have a sale. HDMI 2.1. I know I'm probably asking for the impossible. So here's an Alienware one for that's right there. That's through Dell. Already have this one right here. This was at Best Buy. That's right at $700. That's the Odyssey. That's just it is an OLED. That's the G6 QHD FreeSync Pro gaming monitor with HDR. It's in silver. So, okay. Typical Samsung. All right, hold on. Hello? Hey. Okay, cool. See you shortly. All right. Yeah, I'll send it to you. All right. All right, guys. Well, I might have to end the podcast because I'm having some company come over. A little brunch action for your boy. But I will be gaming later on. I'm in the playoffs in the college football game. I'm the number 1 seed, of course. So I will be playing that. I'll have that on. I'll have the mic on, so you all can just come on over, say hey, and yeah, I'm very good chance I'll buy me a new game today. So it looks like Doom won. I'm in the poll. So, but Doom I may wait on. I may just get Forza. I don't know. But all right, guys, that's it. Make sure you all hit that like button and share. Shout out to the members, keeping the member train going. I appreciate the super chat as well. Thanks for the donation. Thanks for the dono, as they would say. But all right, guys, that's it. I'm going to bounce. You all have a good rest of the morning. I will talk to you all later. I'll be streaming later on. Deuces.